In the rugged logging camps of British Columbia during the 1960s, a problem was brewing. The extreme terrain and brutal conditions of the Pacific Northwest were destroying conventional trucks. Loggers needed something tougher, something built specifically for the punishment of Canadian wilderness work. This need would give birth to one of North America's most respected heavy-duty truck manufacturers, Western Star Trucks. Our story begins not in Canada but in Cleveland, Ohio, with the White Motor Company. Founded in 1900, White had established itself as a major player in the American truck industry. By the mid-1960s, White was looking to expand its operations and saw opportunity in Western Canada's booming resource extraction industries. In 1967, White Motor Company made a strategic decision. They established a new manufacturing facility in Kelowna, British Columbia, specifically to serve the logging industry. This wasn't just another assembly plant churning out standard models. The facility was purpose-built to create trucks that could handle the unique and punishing conditions of Canadian logging operations. The location was no accident. Kelowna sat in the heart of British Columbia's interior, surrounded by the very logging operations that would become the truck's primary customers. The engineers and designers had direct access to the men who would use these trucks, hearing firsthand about the failures of existing equipment and the specific demands of mountain logging. The trucks produced at this facility were initially badged as White trucks, but they were different from anything White had built before. They featured heavier frames, more robust suspensions, and components selected specifically for extreme duty applications. The Kelowna facility wasn't constrained by the mass production compromises of White's American plants. They could focus on building the toughest trucks possible. In 1971, something significant happened. The decision was made to give these Canadian-built trucks their own identity. The Western Star brand was born. The name itself told a story. Western for the Western Canadian operations, and Star carried over from White's legacy, as White had used star symbolism in its branding for decades. The newly christened Western Star trucks quickly built a reputation. Loggers discovered that these trucks could survive where others failed. The heavy-duty construction that had been engineered into every component meant fewer breakdowns in remote locations where a mechanical failure could cost days of lost work. Word spread beyond the logging camps. Construction companies, oil field operators, and heavy haulers began to take notice. Western Star was building trucks that prioritized durability and repairability over comfort and fuel economy. In industries where downtime meant lost money, this philosophy found a ready market. Throughout the 1970s, Western Star expanded its model lineup. The company introduced the 4900 series, which would become one of its most iconic and longest-running model lines. These trucks featured conventional long hood designs that provided excellent weight distribution and easy access to the engine for maintenance. The early 1980s brought dramatic change. White Motor Company, the parent corporation, was struggling financially. The company that had given birth to Western Star was dying. In 1981, White Motor Company filed for bankruptcy. For Western Star, this could have been the end. Instead, it became a new beginning. The Kelowna facility and the Western Star brand were purchased by a group of investors in 1981. For the first time, Western Star Trucks became an independent company. Under new ownership, Western Star doubled down on what made it successful. The company positioned itself as a premium manufacturer of heavy-duty vocational trucks. They weren't trying to compete with the high-volume producers making trucks for general freight hauling. Western Star focused on the toughest jobs: logging, heavy construction, oil field work, and specialized heavy hauling. The 1980s saw Western Star gain increasing market share in its target segments. The company's trucks were appearing in mines, on major construction projects, and in the toughest working environments across North America. Australian customers discovered Western Star trucks and found them ideal for the demanding conditions of the Australian outback. The company introduced the 6900 series, designed for the most extreme heavy-haul applications. These trucks could be spec'd with multiple rear axles and were built to handle loads that would overwhelm conventional trucks. Western Star was earning a reputation as the truck you bought when the job was too tough for anything else. In 1990, Western Star made a significant move to expand capacity and reach American markets more effectively. The company established a second manufacturing facility in Portland, Oregon. This allowed Western Star to grow production while keeping the engineering and heavy-duty focus that had made the brand successful. The 1990s were a period of growth, but also increasing consolidation in the truck industry. The market was changing. Emissions regulations were becoming more stringent, safety requirements were increasing, and the cost of developing new models was rising. Independent truck manufacturers faced mounting challenges. In 2000, Western Star was acquired by Freightliner, which was then part of Daimler Chrysler. This was a significant shift. After nearly 2 decades of independence, Western Star was once again part of a larger corporate structure. However, unlike the White Motor Company era, Western Star maintained its distinct identity and mission within the Freightliner family. The Daimler ownership brought resources that Western Star had lacked as an independent company. Access to advanced engineering, modern powertrain technology, and a broader dealer network strengthened the brand. But Daimler also recognized that Western Star's value lay in its specialized focus and reputation for toughness. They kept the brand distinct from Freightliner. In 2010, Daimler made another significant change to Western Star's operations. Production was consolidated at a facility in Portland, Oregon. The original Kelowna plant, where the Western Star story had begun 43 years earlier, ceased truck production. For many long-time Western Star enthusiasts, this marked the end of an era. The trucks would no longer be built in the Canadian mountains that had inspired their creation. But the consolidation also brought modernization. The Portland facility received significant investment in manufacturing technology and processes. Western Star entered the 21st century with improved efficiency, while maintaining the heavy-duty focus that defined the brand. The company introduced the 4700 model, designed for medium-duty vocational work, expanding Western Star's range while staying true to its tough truck heritage. The classic 4900 series continued in production, now in its 4th decade, a testament to the soundness of the original design. In 2011, Western Star launched the 5700 XE, its first aerodynamic model designed for on-highway efficiency. This was something new for Western Star. The 5700 maintained the durability customers expected, but added fuel efficiency that was becoming increasingly important even in vocational applications. The 2010s saw Western Star continue to evolve. The company introduced the 5700 series for various vocational applications, and the 47, 48, and 4900 series remained in production, each serving specific market segments. Western Star also developed severe service packages for its trucks, including options for oil field work, mining, and extreme heavy haul. Today, Western Star operates as a premium brand within Daimler Truck North America. The company produces trucks at its Portland facility, maintaining focus on vocational and severe service applications. Western Star trucks are specified for some of the toughest jobs in the world. They pull heavy equipment in Canadian oil fields, haul logs in mountainous terrain, work in Australian mines, and serve as the foundation for specialized vehicles from fire trucks to rotator tow trucks, capable of recovering overturned semi-trucks. The modern Western Star lineup includes several model series. The 4700 series serves the medium-duty market. The 48 and 4900 series continue the conventional heavy-duty tradition that built the brand's reputation. The 5700 series offers customers both aerodynamic efficiency and vocational capability. And the 6900 series remains available for extreme heavy-haul applications that push the boundaries of truck capability. Western Star maintains its philosophy of customization and heavy-duty specification, where many truck manufacturers limit customer choices to streamline production. Western Star offers extensive options for frame rails, suspensions, axles, and other components. This allows customers to spec trucks precisely for their applications, a tradition carried forward from the early days when Kelowna engineers worked directly with loggers to build exactly what they needed. From a specialized facility built to solve the problems of British Columbia loggers to a recognized brand operating across North America and beyond, Western Star's history spans nearly 6 decades. The company has survived the bankruptcy of its parent, thrived as an independent manufacturer, and adapted to corporate ownership while maintaining its identity. What began as a response to the specific needs of Canadian logging has become a brand synonymous with trucks built for the toughest work. Western Star's success lies in never abandoning its core mission, building trucks for jobs where failure isn't an option, where durability matters more than initial cost, and where tough conditions separate the capable from the merely adequate. The star that represents the brand still stands for the same principles that guided those first trucks rolling out of Kelowna in 1967. Uncompromising strength, purpose-built design, and the kind of reliability that workers stake their livelihoods on. In an industry that has seen countless manufacturers come and go, Western Star's focused mission has ensured its survival and success.